Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is going to be a video which I love. I love the idea of these videos. I haven't watched many of them and the video is baby names that we like but won't be using. I just think it's a really fun video. Like, I just love watching them and hearing people's thoughts and opinions, and thought I would do that. If you didn't already know, we're expecting our first baby, but we don't know the gender. So I'm going to be sharing both girl and boy names that I like, but I'm unlikely to be, well, we're not going to use. Any name that I'm unsure about, I won't share. But yeah, names that I like, but I know definitely won't be using. So how I actually found these names is on an app. It's like Tinder baby names app. So if you are unsure about what to name your baby, then I would highly recommend you go on there because they have so many names. So before I get into the video, I'll quickly give you guys a little bit of a rundown. I've watched a few of these videos literally about an hour ago, and I feel like a lot of people like traditional names. Personally speaking, I'm not that into traditional names. They just don't appeal to me, so I'm probably not going to share many traditional names, but I will share some names which might sound a little bit biblical, that you may have heard in the Bible, but no traditional names. So I thought I would just say that. Don't expect any traditional names. They're going to be different. Also, Jack and I pretty much do have names that we've decided on, pretty sure, but we haven't really shared those names. We haven't really shared those names with many people. We've got names for both girl and boy. The boy name we haven't shared with anybody. Girl name we have shared with a few. But genuinely, when people ask me if we've decided on a name, I just tell them that we haven't decided on a name because I don't want to accidentally come out with it or anything like that, because I feel like people have very strong opinions when it comes to names. On this app, I've actually picked way more girls' names than boy names. We have struggled when it comes to boy names, to be fair. So, but yeah, I just love the name of girls' names way more. Like, they're just so much more prettier and just like roll off your tongue so much nicer. So I'll start with the girls' name. First name that I really like for a girl is Amelia. I love the name Amelia. I think it's such a pretty name. It just sounds beautiful. It's just a really nice name. However, I know quite a few people called that. We want names which we haven't heard of, or that we personally don't know anybody called that. So Amelia is a beautiful name, but we won't be using it because I know people called that. And to be honest, I'll be honest, a lot of these names, the reason why I'm not using them is because we know people called them. Willow. I really like the name Willow. It's a different name. I think it's quite unique. I've definitely heard it, but I think it's quite a nice, pretty name. Not too feminine, but still very pretty. I don't know anybody called that, but I just know that we're not going to use that name. Olivia. I love the name Olivia. Very pretty again, but just not one that we're going to use because, again, I know people named that. Harper. I actually really like the name Harper. I really like that name, but again, not that I don't know anybody called that, but I think it just sounds really pretty. It's like Harper. Like it, but not enough to call my child that. Isla. I have a friend whose baby's called Isla. Very pretty name, but we can't have two Islas. Annalise. I think this is a French name. Let me click on it. Doesn't say anything. Annalise. Annalise is I think that's a really pretty name. It sounds French. In the definition on my phone, it doesn't say that it is French, but yeah, it's not one. I think it's it has a bit of a traditional sense. It has a bit of a traditional thing to it. So no. I like the name Olive, actually, kind of similar to Olivia. I feel like this one's quite gender neutral. You can call a girl or a boy Olive. Really pretty, but no. Okay, a name that I really like is Aria. Arya is such a pretty name. I think it's off Game of Thrones, isn't it? Arya. I love that name. I think it's so pretty. I feel like I can't rule that one forever. But for now, like, it's definitely not good. It's definitely not going to be a name that we use, but it's just such a pretty name, isn't it? Like Arya. Like, it sounds so nice. I like a lot of A names, like names that start with A, love. And actually the two names that we like for girls both start with an A. Another name which I like for a girl is Lara. Very simple, short, pretty, just Lara. I like that, Lara. Another L name is Liana. How pretty is that? Liana. Lovely name. Beautiful name. Oh, it means my God has answered. And then the final girl name, which I know for sure I wouldn't name my child that. I feel like I knew a lot of people called this growing up, and it's also a name of a very popular star, Zara. I just wouldn't name my child Zara, even though I think it's such a pretty name. I feel like if I named my child Zara, people are going to think that I don't know, just with me being a fashion influencer, I think people would like side-eye me like, Zara, really? But I love the name Zara. It's such a nice name, like Zara. I went to school with, I know quite a few Zaras, like at least 5 Zaras, like growing up. But I just think it's such a beautiful name. If it wasn't the name of a very popular star, I'd think about it. Okay, the boy names are a little bit harder. I really haven't got that many boy names, to be honest. But I'll pick out a few which I really like. Let's start off with L names. Luca. I really like the name Luca. I think it's a really nice, very simple, short name. Let's look at the definition. The definition of Luca, well, the meaning of Luca, I keep saying definition, it's not definition, meaning of Luca is man from Lucania. I don't know where Lucania or Lusania is, but that's what it means, apparently. I also love the name Leo. Again, another really short name, very pretty. I can't name that name. I can't use that name for personal reasons. But I also really love, side note, I also really like the name Leonie for a girl. But again, personal reasons, can't use that one. Another name that I like, but I think it's very popular, so I wouldn't use it. Like, I feel like every time I go on Facebook or any kind of social media, somebody is naming their child this. It's a beautiful name and I can totally understand why, but for me, I just wouldn't name my child it personally. And I'm talking about Noah. Hasn't Noah become a really popular name in the last like 5 years? I literally know about at least 3 children that I named. Well, not personally know them, but I've spoke to people like, yeah, you know, my son's called Noah, and I'm like, what a beautiful name. It's such a nice name, but it's very popular right now, which I love, but yeah, it's too popular right now. Another name which I like, but I know for sure Jack doesn't like this, Levi. I really like the name Levi for a boy. You know, like Levi jeans. Again, Noah and Levi are quite biblical names. But yeah, I really like the name Levi. Really like the name Levi. And it doesn't even remind me of like Levi's jeans. I don't know why, for some reason I don't associate that with the jeans. I don't associate the name with the jeans, even though they are named the same thing. It's not like Zara, where I feel like when I think of Zara, I just think of Zara, the clothing brand. When it comes to Levi, I I don't really think about clothes, but I love that name, but I know Jack does not like that name. Another name that I actually like that was suggested to me on this app, and I've never thought about it, is Ezra. Again, I feel like it is a boy's name, but I would name a girl that. I think it's a really nice girl name, and I actually do like those names which are like gender neutral. And Ezra to me sounds gender neutral, like you could name a girl that or a boy that. It's a really, really nice name. I don't actually know anybody called Ezra personally. Ezra. I obviously know like the guy George Ezra, that singer, but not anybody like, I don't know anybody, but it's a nice name. Another name that I personally like, but I know for sure Jack doesn't, is Frankie for a girl or a boy. I just think it's a really cool name, like Frankie for a girl or a boy, but we're not going to use that. Next boy name is Oscar. I really like the name Oscar. I think it's cute, but I know it's one that we're not going to use. The next one we could use, I'll skip that one. Elias. I like the name Elias. I think it's a really, really nice name, Elias. My God, and it means my God is Yahweh. It's a really nice sounding name. But I know for sure we wouldn't use that, and I don't know why. I just know we wouldn't use it. It doesn't like rank very highly for us, but I can still acknowledge that to me it's a nice name. Next name I really like, but Jack doesn't, so I'm not going to share it because I'm still trying to convince him. Final name for a boy, which I love, but I know somebody who's named their child that, and because it's such a unique name, well, yeah, it's quite a unique name. I just associate that name with that child now, so I can't personally use it. Zion. I love the name Zion. It's such a nice name. Zion. Such a nice name. And it means Israel. So, yeah, I love the name Zion. I think it just has, I don't know, to me it feels like a really strong name. Like I would imagine somebody called Zion to be like I would imagine them as being someone with strong character. It just has really positive meaning in my head. But it's a name that I know I for sure wouldn't use because I know somebody who's already used that gorgeous name. So yeah, those are all the baby names that I love, but won't be using. I love all of these names. Some of them are unique, others are a little bit more well known and well used, but I just want to share all of the names that I personally like. Let me know your thoughts. I just love these kind of videos. I love watching them. I think they're really good. And if you're really unsure, definitely download that app. Just put, let me find the name of it. Baby Name. It's literally just called Baby Name. I found it on the App Store. I typed in Baby Tinder app. Yeah, that's what I typed in and I found it. If you're unsure, definitely go on that app because they have so many names. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.